and welcome back to 10 out of 10 with Watch Again with Lauren and Ross.
Hello.
So, this is our last episode of September before we go right into spooky season, the most wonderful time of the year. So, we were kind of humming and hawing about like, oh, what do we end September on and all this kind of stuff. And then we were like, since Instagram's been so helpful the last few weeks, i.e. doing half our job for us, let's use and abuse them again. So I put up a couple of genres and I was like, would you like to see some action, some fantasy? And somehow Braveheart ended up in these genres. So
The fucking fix.
listen.
A fix.
No, listen, there was no fix. Instagram voted fair and square and they have chosen Braveheart. Which, to be honest, everybody get yourself £100 and a packet of Smarties because yous have made me the happiest toaster ever. I'm born ready. I was raised for this moment. You don't understand. Now, bit of backstory before we go any further, right?
What about the cheating?
No, there was no cheating.
What genre was Braveheart?
Scottish. I could have just put Scotland. Bit of backstory before we go forward, which I will probably get into in a wee bit. This is one of my favourite movies of all time. Unironically, can list you every line in this film, but my darling, dearest husband hates this movie to his core, and it really upsets me. It's like a real red flag for me, Ross, honestly.
What? It's pish. It is pish.
No, it's not. Please
yes,
don't. No. So, if this episode ends in a divorce, just know that we went out the way we were supposed to.
Aye, that's the last episode ever, guys.
Also, disclaimer, there will be some slagging of the English, but it's all fun and games. It's all a bit of patter. But if the King of England is going to turn around in this movie and say the trouble with Scotland is that it's full of Scots, I feel like they can get a bit of slagging here.
Yeah, just accept the anti-English sentiment for this episode.
I will go back to being all-inclusive next week, right? But this week we are Scottish.
Yeah, just, if you're English, don't listen to this one. Probably best.
Turn it off, come back next week. So, Ross, in true patriotic style, hits with a pish.
Braveheart!
Yes!
It was released in May 1995, directed by Mel Gibson.
We'll get into Mel Gibson in a minute.
Aye. Starring Mel Gibson, Sophie Marceau, like Angus McFadyen, traitorous bastard,
arsehole,
Brendan Gleeson,
good guy,
and fucking Bruges, and funny enough, like nearly everybody's in this movie.
Yeah. There's like a Billy Connolly story of he was like, every Scottish and Irishman was phoned to be in Braveheart. Why did nobody phone me?
Aye, where was that?
It's not even funny because it's so fucking true. You've got Irishmen playing Scotsmen. You've got Scotsmen playing Irishmen. There's whatever the fuck Angus McFadyen's doing in this film.
You've got Englishmen playing Scotsmen.
Yeah.
Ultimate disgrace. Disgrace to the Scots. Oh, we're gonna get so we're gonna get taken down off everything. Love it, Braveheart.
Listen, if this is the last episode of 10 out of 10 with Watch Again, because we've been absolutely banned into the ground. Listen. At least we'll all go out having a laugh. Do you know what I mean?
So the budget of 60 million and a box office of only 209 million.
Most of that was probably my nanny Kathy.
Aye, VHS.
That one VHS that died a death.
Aye. And a runtime of 2 hours, 58 minutes. It's a long boy.
No, honestly, it could be longer. I'd sit for longer.
This feels every minute of 2 hours, 58.
No, it fucking doesn't,
yes,
Ross.
It does.
No, it fucking... See, this is the thing, right? Is that, like, I think this episode has the potential to be funny because I'm going to be so in my bag and Ross is going to be kiboshing everything. But this episode does also have the possibility to ruin my marriage. So,
No, you knew this from the beginning. I wasn't into Braveheart.
I
Don't
know,
give me
it's
that.
so upsetting. It's so upsetting.
So basically, you're just going to run with everything in this episode.
100%.
And I'll do my best to support you.
Thanks, babe, thanks. So, general overview. This is the life of William Wallace as he fights the English for Scottish independence. Scotland!
Vote yes!
So, instead of going over the plot point by point, we're really just going to hit off with the best bits and kind of bounce about a wee bit, because we need to try and keep this episode under 6 hours, because when you start me on Braveheart, I could go, like, literally somebody has to turn around and be like, Lauren, stop.
Wrap it.
But I just need you to know that I was born for this moment. I have been reared. I've trained my entire life for this moment. And now I've got a mic in my hand and I'm ready to go. Like, this movie is a rite of passage. It's not just that, oh, let's just stick Braveheart on. It's a, what the fuck do you mean you've not seen Braveheart? Like, things get real tense real quick, do you know what I mean? Like, oh, so, wee bit of backstory, wee bit of lore. I used to go up to my Nanny Kathy's every Friday and we would watch Braveheart. And know how the story of Pavlov's dog, where he got trained to to eat every time he heard the bell?
This isn't a science podcast.
We are teaching you. We are educating you.
Pavlov's dog. Pavlova, is that what it is?
So, no, the story of Pavlov's dog, that was genuinely how I was trained on Braveheart. Every time I memorised the lines for one bit of the movie, I would get a biscuit, specifically a Club Orange biscuit. And any time I got it wrong, a biscuit would be taken away. So I'm not joking. By the age of like 8, I could do the entire 2 hours and 59 of this movie. And like, even now when I'm watching it, I'm like, I mean, get a wee Orange Club. Like, it just feels right. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So that covers the childhood portion of Braveheart. We're not even getting into the teenage years of when I would just go to Ainsley's house and we'd be like, what do you want to watch? Braveheart? Aye, cool. And we would just like have it on in the background. Yeah. There was a time when we were like, so obviously you're 18, you're 19, you're ready to go to the club, right?
You never went out.
We went to the club. No, because I was too busy watching Braveheart.
In the club.
There was, I can't remember whose birthday it was, but we went to Ainsley's to get ready, and like Braveheart just came on film 4, and we were late to the night because we just stayed and watched the whole of the film.
No, fair enough.
If you're doing the makeup, getting pissed watching Braveheart, like, this movie, oh my God, honestly, and like everyone I know has watched it, like, and when I first met my pal Veronica, hello Veronica, when we started hanging about and she had said she'd never seen Braveheart, and I was like, get the fuck up to my house right now. And it was like, but like we were having a drink while we were watching it, and then the next minute I've got a brush out and I'm running up and down kidding on the brush as a horse doing the Braveheart speech. This time I will out myself on the internet. I don't care. I will proudly let you all know that I am an arsehole when Braveheart comes on.
So the first time you'd have watched it was with your nanny then?
Oh, like most of the time, to be honest, because my dad doesn't like this movie either, so it would mostly be with my nanny, and then just me and Ainsley would watch it. Like, I remember when you and me started going out, and you were like, I don't like Braveheart, and I was like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work.
Well, I'm glad it did. Really glad it did.
Shut up. You're really happily married, Josh, right? Shut up.
Help. She's made me watch it twice in a week. That's fucking 6 hours of Mel Gibson.
I don't understand how you don't like it though, because your dad loves it. Like, that's how me and your dad bonded. Because the first time I ever met your dad, we were talking about films, and I was like, do you like Braveheart? And he was like, do I like Braveheart? Me and your dad just sat and talked about Braveheart for ages. And you and your mum boosted, me and your dad are still sitting in the living room. Like,
Lauren, my dad likes Al Jolson. I'm an Al Jolson fan, am I?
So, like, since you hate this film, I don't even know if I want to ask you what your backstory with the film is. Like, when did you watch it?
Oh, I would go to have been with my dad.
100%. Because your dad is a legend.
I can imagine him just sitting there, like, right, we need to watch this. I was like, what is it? I mean, I must have been about 8 or 9 as well.
Too old. You need to have been watching this for the youth, Ross. You need to have been watching this when you were about 5.
It's got to be. I mean, I don't have many memories. The only memories I have is when it was on TV, and specifically Channel 5.
Yes.
And it was the adverts, and it's the bit where they lob the sword, and like you see it like thinging in the ground and like shaking.
Yeah.
That was always the advert for the, like, when it was coming back on.
Yeah.
That's like my core memory is a Channel 5 like advert break.
Love it.
Like, that is such a weird thing, but that's what I remember most.
I'm here for it. And I've made you watch this multiple times over the past 14 years plus marriage.
Oh, aye. I mean, the other cool thing is, that this might be a false memory, but did we not watch part of it at the Edinburgh Fringe?
We absolutely did.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, so we'd went. Why were we in Edinburgh? We were like there. We stayed overnight, and we were going on like a ghost bus or something like that.
Yes.
And we walked past the park, and they were playing Braveheart. Like, so the screen was on in the park with Edinburgh Castle in the background, and it was like just before the speech, and we were like, well, we'll just stand here then, and we'll just watch a bit of Braveheart.
Just wait a wee minute.
Aye, because remember the steward guy came up and was like, if you've no get tickets, you're no getting in. I'm like, we're no in, mate. We're standing in the park.
Outside,
Do you know what I mean?
It's like, fuck off, you. It's a public pavement. Fuck off.
I'm sitting mumbling all the lines under my breath. You were like, Lauren, rein in.
Get ready to me because you're getting £6 in now, you arsehole. He must have been English.
Oh, aye, 100%.
Aye, raging.
So, another disclaimer before we start. We know that Mel Gibson is an arsehole, right? Please don't take anything we say as like pro Mel Gibson propaganda here, right?
Yeah.
He's just see these days, I mean, well, you said he's been like this since the 90s, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's just the worst guy. Like, all of his thoughts and opinions are just wrong, do you know what I mean? But for this movie, I will speak fondly of him purely because he's William Wallace, and you can take this movie out of my cold, dead hands. Do you know what I mean?
Like, when we were talking about it, I wonder how he got the stuff he did, because he's been not
What do you mean, like movie-wise?
Yeah, like, he's not been outwardly expressed a lot of the time, because I think he's had a drink problem and, like, various other problems. But that should ruin careers.
Yeah. I think now it would. I think in the 90s it was like, oh, what you like. Do you know what I mean?
Some of the stuff he said is, like, it is terrible. Like, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
But I don't understand. It is a weird thing, because obviously he was a main man in the 90s and early 2000s. Like, so it's weird to see that, we know what he is, but is it Mel Gibson? Like, you can't take that away from him.
100%. Like, this is the thing, like, my nanny Kathy, like, who I watched Braveheart with, she was a massive Mel Gibson fan. Like, if we weren't watching Braveheart, we were watching Ransom, or we were watching Lethal Weapon. Like, we were watching The Patriot, do you know what I mean? Some form of Mel Gibson movie. And I'm so glad that she passed before everything came out about Mel Gibson being an arsehole, because I'm like, oh, don't break her heart, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's I mean, any Mel Gibson movie, like he's just he steals a movie, like, regardless of what he's in.
Absolutely.
He is like, at the time, nowadays it's not so much, but he was like a phenomenal actor.
100%.
And he doesn't look the type to be like a main guy. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, like, he's handsome in that kind of not stereotypical way. Do you know what I mean? But he's got this presence about him. It's in the eyes. He's got right crazy eyes. And he's got a real presence about him. And there's that kind of thing about him where you don't know if he's going to, like, kiss you or hit you. Do you know what I mean? Like,
he's like, your uncle has a pint too many at Christmas. He just looks like an uncle.
Aye. Fair play.
Just happens to make just some of the best regarded movies.
100%. I think that's the thing, though, as well, is like, now, I mean, not now, obviously he's been doing it since the 90s, but like, he makes his own stuff, like he directs his own stuff and all that kind of stuff. Now, I've never seen Passion of the Christ, and I really don't fancy it. I don't think I've seen many Mel Gibson directed movies apart from Braveheart, because what was the one, the Mayan one?
Oh,
Apocalypto. Yeah. And apparently, like, the rest of his movies are all just like 3 hours long and brutal. Now, Braveheart is also 3 hours long and brutal, but it's about Scotland, so I will sit and watch it. Do you know what I mean?
Apocalypto's a very good movie.
Is it? I've never seen it.
It's if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's like there's not a single word English spoken in it.
Sounds about right.
That's a really good movie. I forgot he done that.
Okay. Well, I've never seen it, but if you're saying it's good, I'll give it a watch. Anyway, back to Braveheart, right? Basically, we just wanted to be like, we know that Mel Gibson's an arsehole, but he's William Wallace, okay? I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's... As William Wallace sound. Everything else? Meh, not really.
Yeah, totally. So, in Hollywood in general, right, there's two types of Scotland that are portrayed in movies. There's the Trainspotting, Sweet 16, Angel Share, The one is it? I get it confused. There's I Am Sam and there's something else. The one with Peter Mullen and he's like the alky and he has to get sober and all that. He lives in the council estate. Is that I Am Sam?
Basically every Peter Mullen movie.
Yeah, basically, right? So there's like that kind of side of Scotland, and then you've also got the Braveheart Rob Roy's side of things, do you know what I mean?
Oh, Rob Roy.
Listen. Both sides can be true, but it just so happens, like, I think the way people think of Scotland is the Braveheart Rob Roy part are the same way people think of like New Zealand as like the rolling hills and the walking about with the hobbits, rather than like New Zealand is fucking huge and has running water and electricity. Do you know what I mean?
There's no hobbits or orcs running about.
I feel like us in New Zealand could like combine together to be like, trips, we're actually civilised.
It's that, like, I can imagine just Braveheart and Rob Roy and that, and it's just that, what's his name? The historian guy? Neil Oliver?
Oh, yeah.
Come to Scotland. Is it? No.
He's always running about that Neil Oliver prick. He's always running up down hills and all that. He's trying to tell you something historical, but he's like running away from the camera. Like, stand still, you arsehole.
It's the Burniston sketch.
And then he's got this sword and he starts running at the car park.
As you see, this is where we fought the English. Look, there's English there.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
Now, the second this movie starts and the music kicks in, and honestly, past me accounting spotted, right? Like, I'm not joking. The second you press play, I'm sitting there like, yes. Like, the music in this movie by the great James Horner is so beautiful.
Oh,
it's so emotional. Like, the second I hear it, I'm either about to cry or run at the English, do you know what I mean? And like, I did make the error of listening to the Braveheart soundtrack in work, and I was so like, I was locked in. I got so much work done, but I was like, if I hear an English accent, I swear to God,
the tables will be flipped.
100%. I mean, so when me and Ross got married, I walked down the aisle to the Braveheart theme song. And me and my sisters had been bamming my mum up the entire time of wedding planning that I was going to paint my face blue and just run down the aisle with a claymore in hand. And I genuinely think up until the night before the wedding, my mum was like, if I see fucking blue paint, I'm going to go half my nut. I really wanted to do it, man, but just purely to see my mum combust. Like,
I mean, you did technically run it at the wedding anyway.
No, that's true. I left my dad at the top of the aisle and just ran.
That was funny.
My dad stands at the back like,
And guys, because you seen me try to make an exit.
That's true. I'm like, fucking sit down.
Back here, you bastard.
You will say I do.
So I get back to the movies, to the misery that is my life. As I just say, the music, it's like, obviously, like James Horner. I think that's how I got conned into doing this, because I mentioned on the previous episode.
Oh no. What if I told you none of it was accidental?
Fuck off. But yeah, it's like using like the Celtic instruments, but like using the pipes and the flutes and all that is just like, that's the one thing. I don't think this movie's bad in the sense of like, it's not like, it's shot beautifully, it looks beautiful, and the music's stunning. It's other things I have issue with, which we will get into.
Oh, will we?
And we'll argue about it for a long time.
This is going to be a long fucking episode, guys.
But the technical side of this movie is that I can't fault it for that.
No, absolutely not. See what you're saying about like the technical stuff as well, right? Like moving the technical stuff into like, see the practical effects and stuff. Like, so many of the horses, genuinely 95% of the horses were animatronic. I'm moving into useless information here, right? Mel Gibson had a bet on set with like people that would come and visit the set and being like, go and tell me what horses are fake and what horses aren't from a distance. And he was like, I'll give you $500 if you can do it. And he never paid a cent because nobody could tell. From a distance, obviously, when they're shooting.
Yeah.
You're obviously going to go up and see a horse that's not moving and be like,
see
that
wires.
one.
See wires like you're at it.
But like, the horses, Ross, but like the horses look incredible. Do you know what I mean? Like, you do think they're real.
No,
and even like, the practical makeup and stuff, like, this movie is fucking brutal, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the battle scenes, you've got people's brains spattering about, like, those battle scenes are gnarly as shit, do you know what I mean? Like, so many people are dying in the grimmest ways, But, like, the practical effects and the makeup and stuff is just sensational. And I will have no arguments that there was no blue makeup back in the fucking day. Either was, right? Shut up.
I mean, I think, who was the cinematographer? I think John Toll, his name is.
Oh, was it?
I mean, there's loads of interviews like out there with him.
Is there out?
And him and Mel Gibson, like, especially for the battle scenes, to make it, bro, it was just basically handheld cams.
Yeah.
And it really, like, get up close into all the action.
Amazing.
Like, it's quite clever. They've done that, and obviously, like, they make the battles look massive, but with it being that close quarters, is it you're not going to see everything, so it makes sense.
No, totally. That's so cool. See, that's one thing I've enjoyed about, like, doing a bit of research for this episode, because obviously I've just, like, been reared on this episode.
Yeah.
I've always just taken it as, like, this is the film, and then, like, stories my Nanny Kathy's told me about the film and all that I had to Google to make sure some of them were true. Because I like, my family is known for spouting one load of shit at me, and I just believe it. Do you know what I mean?
Aye, you're known for believing it. That's the way they spout it. You eat it up every time.
So, like, I had to do some severe Googling to make sure half the stuff she told me was true. But it's so interesting, like, looking up all this stuff, and it's like, it's a different appreciation of it, you know, of, like, from just watching it and being like, this movie is good, to, like, looking up, like, the background about it and all the detail and the effort that went into it and stuff. I was just like, this movie's fucking great. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
like, I can appreciate everything bar the story. I think that's the only letdown for me.
Shut up. My dad pulls this shit all the time. See, when I told my dad at the weekend that we were doing Braveheart, fucking shite movie, historically inaccurate, I don't give a fuck. Do you know what I mean?
I don't care about the inaccuracies. There's other things about it that really gets my goat.
No, my dad did. Remember that Troy movie with Brad Pitt? I remember watching that with my dad. My dad's like, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. I'm like, were you fucking there, big man? Were you in the horse? No, sit down.
Did he write the scrolls?
big Drew and his toga. Ah, yes, one day. If my dad's listening to this, I'm getting such a skill. I think this movie also blends action, romance, history, and I say history in italics, right? But, like,
I just don't say history, because it doesn't blend history at all.
Fantasy.
Yes.
I think it blends everything together so well. Like, this movie is a love story. It's a love story at the beginning between him and Murren. It's a love story to Scotland. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's the love story at the start that pushes this all forward. If there was no Murren, there would be no independent Scotland. I mean, we're still waiting for that, but you know what I mean. But
I know, if there was the English.
The fucking English!
Aye, very Anglophobic in this house today. We've threatened the cats. I mean, we're not sure where they're from, but if they're English, they're getting put out.
They were fighting in the hall, and we were like, that's some English behaviour.
They're fighting like English out there, wrap it. English mustard in the bin.
The story with William and Murren, see, for all it's like the first half an hour of the film, it's gorgeous. Do you know what I mean? Even when they're kids and she hands him the wee thistle and see the wee boy that plays young William. See that bit where he stares at baby Murren and he's not blinking or anything and just this wee tear. Yeah. Oh, every time. Ross can actually write the script of when I'm going to burst out crying when we watch this film. It's like 25 minutes and go. And it's just me at the side being like... But, like, obviously, like, then he comes back. I love that whole moment of, like, the Scottish Highland wedding. I love that whole scene of, like, him coming in, him and Murren kind of staring at each other, Big Hamish getting involved, and, like, obviously right up to the prima nocta bit, the bloody English! Like, but even, like, the whole bit with him and Murren, obviously he's like, oh, we'll marry in secret. The music's gorgeous, getting married at the Grove and all this. Oh! And then, boof, done. English ruined it for everybody. But for Murren really only being in this movie for like 20 minutes, half an hour, gone yourself, and you basically started the revolution. Do you know what I mean?
She started the old conquering William Wallace.
Listen, the one bit though, see when they have the secret wedding and they're at the loch, and they're both standing there naked, right? I feel so bad for them every time this bit comes on because you can see the goosebumps all over their skin. their breath is reaching like a foot in front of them. That looks fucking Baltic.
Fucking middle in the night in either Scotland or Ireland. Like, you're off your nut.
Fuck that. Could, like, somebody for the set not have brought in a wee space heater or something? Do you know what I mean? Like,
60 million quid they could afford one, probably.
That's it. Where's the electric blankets? Do you know what I mean? Also, this is going to sound really stupid, right? But this movie is so fucking quotable, right? But not just, like, the speech and all this kind of stuff. I'm talking, like, just random lines. Do you know what I mean? I remember when we were getting prepped for our English hires, and our English teacher was like, remember the line from Braveheart? Answer the fucking question. And I was like, what is going on? Amazing. Like, see, as soon as he said that, I was like, yes, Mr. McCabe, no problem. I still failed my English hire, but you know what I mean? Like, but even one's like, every one of you will die today. Do you know what I mean? See, whenever...
You use that every day.
100%. And, like, whenever me and Ainsley go to London, or really whenever me and Ainsley are out and about and we hear an English accent, Ainsley will just turn around and be like, stop, the English are too many. Like, it doesn't matter where we are, if as soon as there's an English accent, Ainsley turns around and I'm like, on you go. But you know what I mean? Even stuff like, I want to believe as he does. And all this, it's the terrible line deliveries that really make this movie as quotable as what it is. Do you know what I mean? Hold.
Yeah, I really feel that, like, they really swapped, like, the authenticity, like, the Scottish that for... I think it make it more palatable to Americans and wider audiences, but it does add to it. Like, I'll give you that. Like,
I'm going to pick a fight.
Like, I mean, not to spoil it, but we have a few belters for the new.
Oh, David Boreanaz school accents, 100%. There are a few people that just get super Scottish like that. We're bordering on Gerard Butler territory with a couple of them. Do you know
I think
what I mean?
we're kind of hitting Drew McIntyre right now.
Aye. Drew McIntyre's at the borderline, you know?
Aye. But we were talking about this the other day. What is the deal with Scottish people putting on Scottish accents?
Yeah. So it's like, whenever a Scottish person goes to do an impression of another Scottish person, they don't just use their own Scottish accents, they put on the worst Scottish accent you've ever heard in your life. We all do it.
Oh,
Everybody
100%,
does it.
aye.
But, like, as soon as I can't even think of, like, something off the top of my head to say, but I know I'm guilty for it. Like, if I start talking about a story and I'm like, and then she did this, and it's like, who talks like that?
Yeah.
Like, what part of Dunoon is she from? She's no. Like,
But did they talk like that in these though? I blame Braveheart and Taggart. There's been a murder.
Fucking
Who talks like
Taggart.
that?
See, just talking about the quotes, right? Now, I remember being at a pub quiz, this was my old job, and one of the rounds was famous movie quotes, and everyone was like, fucking yes, Lauren knows her shit, we'll pass this, right? And one of the questions was, what movie is the quote, every man dies, not every man really lives? And I'm sitting there fucking scratching my head like that, what? And then, so I got it wrong, right? And obviously everybody that knows me knows that Braveheart runs through my blood, do you know what I mean? So I got it wrong. Me got it wrong. I got this slagging of a fucking lifetime. Shite fan. And then I realised that is the big quote from this movie. But
Yes.
I've been too busy running about being like, William, I'm your uncle, Argyle. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm sitting memorising all the heavy shite lines that mean nothing. And this is the line of the movie. I was affronted. I was absolutely
And you're
affronted.
hitting all the B characters. The B plots are mad, man.
I don't wake up in the morning, boy.
Fucking James Cosmo.
What a guy. What a fucking guy. Do you know James Cosmo walked my mum home from a night out one time? That's like my mum's claim to fame.
Was he trying to get a movie role with it or something? The guy was appearing in it.
Oh, 100%. Anything that's even slightly Scottish, James Cosmo's in it.
Like, he did it for a paycheck, that man. Fair dues to him, but jeez, I'll get a break, man.
I walked past him one time in Central and I was probably like, oh my God, that's fucking James Cosmo. But I was too feared to go up and say it. And I also walked past Stephen from this movie in Central Station and I was pure like, oh my God, it's fucking Stephen. But no. See, this is the thing, right? Is like, see if you are like an actor that actually like means something to me, I'm no coming near you. I couldn't go up to these people and be like, hello, I'm here, love Braveheart. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, the line delivery alone of tell them Scotland is free. You're like, yes.
Oh, 100%.
Now, I know this is going to sound wide because everyone in this movie is at a 12, right? But if we had an overacting award, it would go to Angus McFadyen. He is at a 15 in this movie. The line deliveries of, I don't want to know his heart, I want to believe, as he does. Calm down. And like, this guy is on the ceiling, man. He's on the ceiling.
You know he had to go for it, though, because in my in-depth research, this was his first movie.
Angus McFadyen?
Yeah, he'd done a bit of TV before it, but this was his first movie.
Oh, really?
Imagine this being your first movie. Robert the Bruce,
I'm not being funny. See, even if I was an extra in Braveheart, I would live off that for the rest of my life. Like, the second you met me, I'd be like, hello, my name's Lauren. Did you know I was in Braveheart? See that wee guy at the back? That was me. Like, genuinely.
This is going to sound pretty bad, right?
Do it.
But I don't like Angus McFadyen, and it's not. I'm sure he's a lovely person. I mean, he's had a good career. I mean,
was he not in one of the Saw movies as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
And every time he pops up, I'm like, oh fuck, Angus McFadyen. But I'm also like, oh, Angus McFadyen, purely just because he's a traitorous bastard in this. Like, it just every time I watch it, and it just pisses me off. I know it's not going to change. Obviously, they've not redone a version where he's sound.
Oh, no. See if they ever remake this movie, I will fucking riot at dawn. It's bad enough they're remaking Highlander. It's bad enough they're remaking Running Man. If Braveheart was ever to be touched, I would be at Holyrood with my fucking soul tire like, no, get to fuck. I would not on my watch.
I couldn't see them touching this again.
Please don't.
I mean, they tried with that. Well, no tried, that's wrong. But they made a sequel, didn't they? But
yeah, Robert the Bruce.
Yeah.
But I never watched it because, like, did Lulu not do the soundtrack or something?
It was just a piss take, I think.
I never. Do you know that way? I'm always like, oh, I'll get around to it, but I don't. No, like, I've got Braveheart. I don't care about Robert the Bruce. Sit in your wee cave with your shitty fucking spider and stay there. Do you know what I mean?
It's like I've been rewatching that Lie to Me. I've got right into it. Tim Roth, Rob Roy. There's a connection
he's
there.
a bad guy in Rob Roy, aye.
And Angus McFadyen pops up in an episode.
Oh god.
And he has the worst Irish accent. Why do we have him doing accents?
No, just stop it. Because I also didn't know until we did research for this movie that Angus McFadyen is actually Scottish. I thought he was Australian. I'm sure somebody told me he was Australian. And apparently not. Born in Glasgow, went to uni in Edinburgh, went to London to do speech and drama. Well, I don't know who the fuck his speech teacher was, but it's shite.
I think he's one of the ones, isn't it? He was born here, but I think his dad was a doctor or something for the World Health Organisation, so I think he was just kind of like wherever his dad had to go, the family basically had to get uplifted.
That'll be how his accent's shocking because it's all over the shop.
London for a speech coach though.
Ready. Ready. You had to get an Englishman to teach you how to do a Scottish accent and you're not even that good at it.
Yeah.
An absolute ready. Every line delivery Angus McFadyen does is so like stretched out and over, and even when he's like, Stephen, when he's talking to William when they go and he's like, we need the nobles, we need them.
Yeah.
What part of the noon are you for? Get Aberdeen, you arsehole.
It's just, I mean, he is the worst one, but there's not many that are great in this.
You shut the fuck up. You take that back right now.
No, there's some accents that are terrible.
Oh no, 100%. I also do realise that the more this podcast's going on, the more Scottish I'm getting. But like, if Angus McFadyen is at the top of the overacting scale, Longshanks is immediately underneath him, right?
100%.
He is such a good bad guy because the second he comes on, you're like, boo, you English bastard, boo. And like, even the trouble with Scotland is that it's full of Scots. What a prick. But he's also at a 12. I mean, he chucked his son's boyfriend out a window, do you know what I mean? Longshanks is at it.
I mean, Longshanks is just a pure theatre villain.
Oh, 100%. See the maniacal laugh when they're talking about Prima Noctra and he's like, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Like, sorry?
Yeah, it's heavy, like. theatre/panto villain. Like, that's the
100%.
vibes I'm getting off of him.
100%. See, even when he's like sick at the end and his coughs are like,
Yeah.
like I don't even know 70 a day smokers that cough like that. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like, I hope that's not an insult to the actor, but if that's what they're going for, he played it to perfection.
Oh, absolutely. But I feel like, again, because everyone in this movie is at 12, if the villain was just boring, it would be shite. Do you know what I mean?
There's no point, aye.
Even with with the Battle of Falkirk, when he's standing there and he's like, sends in the archers and his general's like, no, we'll hit our own. He's like, oh yes, but we'll hit theirs as well. Ditto.
Yeah,
I ain't even bother, big man.
I don't think there was a scriptwriter for this. Just
Oh no.
go and do what you can.
I wire in. But Angus McFadyen, Longshanks, James Cosmo's getting third.
Oh, fuck it.
Because see, every time he gets injured and they need to pin him down, it's like, you do it, I'll hold him down. It's like, "Rah, I don't wake you up in the morning, boy." If we're talking about moments that are at a 12, the fucking speech, guys, the speech alone.
Fuck, what one?
No, I'm talking the big one. The Battle of Stirling, Sons of Scotland. I am William Wallace. William Wallace is 6 feet tall. I've heard. No, don't, because I'll get into the whole thing. I'll do the whole thing. But I don't know anyone, and you included, right? You hate this movie. This speech moves people, right? And even you will sit there and go, aye, cool, no bother. Do you know what I mean?
Get the bastard.
Get into these English bastards. Again, sorry to all English people who are listening. It's all banter. It's all banter here.
Sorry, Darren. English bastard.
No, he's adamant he's not English. He's like, I'm from Edinburgh. I'm like, what part of Dorset's in Edinburgh, big man?
So not only is English, but he's a turncoat.
He's a fucking Robert the Bruce.
You know what, Darren? Don't listen anymore, right?
I turn this off, Darren.
Aye.
Turn this off.
Thanks for the music, but fuck off.
Don't. Second this episode drops, I'm going to get a text for Darren in about half an hour being like, oh.
Aye, that's plenty.
But even like, I showed my nieces the speech alone, right? Because, again, outing myself on the internet, I have William Wallace's sword on my arm tattooed. Because I'm just really fucking cool, right? And I showed my nieces the speech because they were asking what it was from. And I even, my youngest niece was like 4 at the time, showed her it, and she's sitting there like, freedom! I was like, yes, that's my gal. That's my fucking gal. Like, I don't care that the Battle of Stirling actually happened on a bridge. I don't care if there was more English, less whatever. I don't care. Soon as that speech comes on, I'm ready to run onto that field and be like, yes, it's fucking great being Scottish. But then you put that speech on, and then you put the one from Trainspotting, and I'm like, it's shite being Scottish. We're the lowest of the low.
Two of the movies and their scenes, like, they probably have the biggest cultural impact in Scotland.
Absolutely. It's like a meme, isn't it? Like, start of the night, Braveheart speech, end of the night. We're the lowest in the low.
When you get kicked out the pub, shite be Scottish.
We're colonised by wankers.
When England go 2-1 up against them in the football. Fucking hate it here.
100%. But like, that is a speech. Like, that speech used to be my party trick, right? Whenever it'd be like, right, on you go, right, Lauren, there's a broom, kid on as a horse, go mental. The amount, honestly, see, when we used to go to parties with like random people, they must have all thought I was a fucking tube.
Who's this idea?
I'm sitting at like 11 o'clock at night running up and down a kitchen being like, Sons of Scotland.
I mean, it just shows you how big it is, because I was looking up, like, so obviously you have the Wallace Monument in Stirling.
We've been there many times.
Aye. Fucking fought off a few English up there, I have, you know.
No, do you remember when we were climbing up it and we heard an English accent when we were halfway up? We were like, no.
You're in your own part of town, pal.
There'll be no colonising here, sir.
Get yourself to fuck. But even then,
the English are too many. Sorry, carry on. Sorry.
But even then, I think there was a thing done after this movie, and there was like 80,000 people used to visit the Wallace Monument.
Yeah.
Then see, just after this came out, 200,000 went to visit this.
Amazing.
Now, I wonder how many people that were just people in Scotland. I didn't know there was a monument in Stirling. Like, it's going to happen, didn't
Or,
it?
you know, there's the usual, like, the Americans will come, like, yeah, I'm from the Clan Wallace. Like,
Yeah.
no, you're no. Like, sit down.
Aye, what part of fucking Massachusetts is Wallace Fair? Get it fucked. We'll get into the American version of this, right? We'll get into it in a bit.
Aye.
But 200,000 the year after, then for the next 10 years, it averaged 135,000.
Brilliant.
Like, that's insane.
Brilliant.
Just because there was a weird drunk Australian kid not to be another dude.
They may take our lives, but they'll never take our monument.
Aye. Is that, I wonder, I mean, obviously, like this, and the only other one I can think of, I mean, there's got to be more, but it's like Lord of the Rings, what that done for New Zealand.
Yeah. I
Like,
get you. I totally get you.
I can't, if there is more, let me know.
Do you know the thing is though, right? Stirling is such a beautiful place.
Oh, it's
like
amazing.
Stirling Castle's gorgeous. The streets of Stirling are beautiful. Obviously, you've got Wallace Monument, but you don't really want to be hanging about Stirling past like 6 o'clock at night. Do you know what I mean? It's like that bit in Still Game where it's
Aye.
like Millport is for the Neds. Like, it's very that. Because you and me, like, remember the last time we took a wee day up to Stirling, we went heavy early. We were like, oh my God, this is so cultured. This is so lovely. Have a spot of lunch, go up to the castle. And then as we were going for the train, it was like 5 o'clock and we just saw the mad pharaoh
Aye.
coming out of caves and all
Fucking
that.
crawling
Like,
out the sewers.
yeah.
Aye.
Sorry if anybody's from Stirling.
I was like, fucking stars in your eyes. Aye, all you seen is this mad vape smoke coming out the sewers and all these wee dafties crawling out it.
100%.
Aye, no, it's... Aye, as soon as the cafe shut, that's it. All the Neds are out.
I had to. Greg shuts his doors and all you hear is like, meh, meh.
Aye, fucking insane, man.
Again, sorry if anybody's from Stirling.
Aye.
My only fault with this movie, and it really is my only fault because this is 2 hours and 59 minutes of perfection, but I could do without the romance with the French princess. I really could. Like, I get it. She's love-starved. He's been at battle. What are you going to do? Do you know what I mean? But this is the one part that could have just been edited out. Like, we didn't need Sophie Marceau, but why didn't? She is great in this movie. She looks stunning. She's a great actress, but no, I could have done without
Yeah,
it.
the only interaction they're needed for is she tells them that the English are going to ambush him.
Yeah.
That is it. Nothing else.
You ask Longshanks. You ask him his notion of peace.
It's like, see, be honest, she's not needed in this movie at all.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Like, why is the French princess here?
To get Sophie Marceau in the film, I don't know, so that Mel Gibson can kid on to pump somebody else. I don't know.
Maybe Mel Gibson owed her a favour or something to get in here.
100%. He took them to a barn.
Aye.
All right, Mel, no bother. I feel like I've gone without really touching on like Wallace and his trips. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got Stephen and you've got Hamish, and obviously we've spoke about James Cosmo, but Brendan Gleeson in this movie is just like, oh, you just want to like grab his wee cheeks and give him a big hug. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, Hamish is so class in this movie. Like, if you were to have Honners, Hamish would be the Honners you would want. Do you know what I mean?
Big mountaineer, man.
Aye, isn't it? Could you kill a man with that throw?
Aye, their friendship's really funny.
It's so, their patter's hilarious, man. Like, just the way they keep slagging each other is so funny. And then I love when Stephen pops in and it's like, it's my island. It's mine.
He's the most wanted man on his
I'm
island.
the most wanted man on my island, except I'm not on my island.
Aye, so like the Hamish and Wallace like friendship in it, like one of the best bits when the kids, it's Wallace's dad and that go away to, is it make a deal with the English or something, and they're like, it just shows you them sitting as right, there's English here, we better attack, and they run up and they're throwing stones at just these wee statues they've made.
Yeah.
Hamish misses everything.
Wallace hits them both.
Aye.
Bullseye.
Absolutely nails them in the heat, these wee statues, and he's just sitting there smug. The Hamish just goes and fucking leathers them. Has it? For them being pals, like, the violence is unreal.
100%. It's even when they reunite, but and like,
Aye.
it's like, I'm going to throw this story. I could crush you like a worm. Even like, obviously, like later on when Wallace, like, because the last hour of this movie is a bit of a tough hang because it just annoys me because the nobles are just pure arseholes. And it's like, just listen to William. But even like, Hamish is trying to talk sense into Wallace and be like, this is a fucking trap. Wrap your pish. Like, we'll find in our way. And Wallace is like, no, a country of our own. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's pure honest. And then when him and Stephen are obviously at the end, we'll get into the end in a wee minute, but like, oh, breaks your heart.
Yeah, I think one of Wallace's problems in this movie is just pure tunnel vision. And I understand, like, what they've done to his wife and all that, but if you trust in these guys that much, I'm saying that as if like you could just rewrite history. Obviously, right, what happened. But is it? Yeah, he's just so focused. It gets to a stage where it's not even about Friends. He just wants to kill as many Englishmen as he can.
Acceptable.
No, I completely agree with him on it, but that's not the point.
It's no that, right? It's the last hour's a tough hang as well, because see, especially when you get to the Battle of Falkirk, and he's waiting on Robert the Bruce to show up and help them out, and then you fucking find out that traitorous prick has sold them out, and it's Wallace's face, it's in the eyes, like he is devastated. Do you know what I mean? He's so shocked that his pals sold him out, because Robert the Bruce has sat this whole movie being like, oh, class, I want to be like you, I want to help you. He's mad weirdo Daz like, no, I will speak to the English, you will speak to the Scottish. Shut up and sit down.
It really annoys me is that, so you get that, right, the betrayal for the nobles.
Oh,
and
Lachlan fell for much less.
And Robert the Bruce fighting for the English. Fucking rat. But
100%. But that bit, I love the 1-2 switcheroo of the Irish fighting on the English side, and then they come like, hey, good to see you. Watch this. Sorry.
But that then, at the end, when you have Robert Bruce fighting with them, like fighting alongside the nobles, is it? You can't, like, why is that guy still alive?
No, 100%. See, if I was Hamish, I'd already battered fuck it to Robert the Bruce.
You couldn't fight with him.
You bled with Wallace, now bleed with me. No, you arsehole.
You didn't bleed for him.
It's fucking Hamish that rallies them up, because he says that, looks at Hamish and Stephen, and that's when he fucking throws the sword and they start the whole Wallace, Wallace, like, do you know what I mean? So it's fucking Hamish that riles up the troops. Fuck Robert the Bruce.
Yeah, like that, and it's a wee, I can't remember his name in it. The wee bald noble. Like, he's been it for the beginning, is it? We won't do it for Wallace. Robert the Bruce like, oh no, we will, is it? You've done nothing.
100%.
You don't deserve to get this. Like, you've absolutely shat it the whole way through this movie.
100%. And my dad was telling me on Saturday, apparently, like, Murray and Lachlan, the arsehole nobles, my dad was like, Murray was actually his left-hand man. I don't give a fuck. He's an arsehole.
He's
Nothing done for much less. Like, see that bit, but where Wallace just fucking sorts them all out. That's another Angus McFadyen overacting award, because when Lachlan and Murray have been sorted, and he's the baldy prick whose name neither of us can remember right now.
What I call him.
Rat arsehole. He's sitting there and he's like, oh, this is terrible, isn't it? Who could it be next? And Angus McFadyen's like, maybe you, maybe me. And he's like, this is serious. And he's like, so am I! Like, you didn't need to scream in my face, Angus, calm down.
He's just a pure child in this.
Oh, what a brat, man. Maybe we do need to watch the Angus McFadyen, Robert the Bruce, just to see if he improves, you know? Because, oh my God. Here, well, listen, we can watch it, and then that might be, if it's really shite, that can be where 0 out of 10. But I just don't know if I'm prepared to watch it, because I'm just like, I don't want the memory tarnished. Do you know what I mean?
See, I'll just not watch it, and this is testament to Angus McFadyen, is that I hate him just because of this role. Like, no, he's done the role that well, and like his character's done that well in this movie, is that I hate him.
Yeah.
It's not fair on the guy, but fuck off, Angus McFadyen, you're a traitor to Scotland.
100%. It's when he betrays him, like, and he's got the fucking cheek to sit with his Andrew McCarthy eyes as if he's about to start crying at any moment, while Wallace is sitting there with a fucking arrow through the shoulder, fucked, and then he's like, oh, get him out, and even Stephen's like, Jesus, like, like, you can't agree, you done this, you sided with Longshanks.
Just because he's daft, tell him to.
He spent the whole movie on the fucking fence, and when it came down to it, he shat himself, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, right at the end he decides he's going to get involved.
Do you know what I mean?
Rat.
Ugh.
I'm sorry, Angus McFadyen. I really am.
Nobody send this episode to Angus McFadyen. He'll be like, who are these two dicks?
I mean, as I say, there's not many bad guys that you hate.
Yeah.
Like, because they've done that well.
It's not even that Angus McFadyen, Robert the Bruce, is a bad guy, right? Because obviously the actual Robert the Bruce is seen as like a national hero,
Yeah.
right? Like obviously Bannockburn, yada yada, right? But he's in this movie specifically, he's
Yeah.
such a spineless prick. And it's like, for all Longshanks is the actual evil bastard putting his foot on the neck of Scotland, Robert the Bruce is he's your pal that grasses you in. See when you've all been caught for something and he's like, oh well, it wasn't me, it was them.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah. He's like a student with all this idealism that will happen. Never do it about getting it done, but I know. Like, testament to him, like him, then you have like the wee dude that played Joffrey, hated.
Yes.
Just because he done his job that well.
100%. Oh no. Yeah, your man that was Joffrey was a prick.
Yeah.
He was evil,
Like,
but
he's even come out and said it, is that he's had like hate mail and all that, and is it part of you must be like, right, I've done my job really well, but I'm also like, it's a job. Like, I'm sorry.
I never understand people who send hate mail to actors about their characters.
Yeah.
Like, apparently, like, Alan Rickman, when he played Snape, used to get stopped in the street off women to be like, I can't believe you spoke to Harry like that. And it's like, you're a grown-ass woman. How do you not know this is fiction?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
If you don't realise is that these actors play bad people and do bad things.
100%.
Come on, there's got to be a line where it's like, right, this is too far. My hatred of Angus McFadyen's probably over that, but I would never admit that again.
I'm not going to tell him that, but do you know what I mean? See if I ever bumped into Angus McFadyen, I'm not going to be like, you've been an arsehole. Like, you know what I
I
mean?
would, but I'd be like, well done for
making
me
hate
feel
you.
like that. You've done your job to perfection. Like, it'd be the best praise I could give him without actually going off my nut at him for betraying William Wallace.
Yeah, so for a guy that hates this film, you're like, I know you're a bastard, Mona William. Like,
Oh, of course. I mean, I didn't say I'm not patriotic. I have issues with this movie.
When we get to A, I have one A. I dread to think how many A's you have.
Funny enough, I don't have many.
Aye, that's right, because this movie's fucking perfect.
Yeah.
So we'll get into we're at the end of the film now. I could have went into so much more detail over all of this, but I'm under strict instructions to keep this episode light. Do you know what I mean, and not make this a 4-hour bad boy. So obviously the ending of the movie, Wallace gets captured. It's a whole thing. The torture's horrendous, but I didn't actually see the full end of this movie until I was about 12, right? Because again, I have been watching this movie with my nanny Kathy since, like, honestly, I couldn't tell you when and where. I just remember, like, it's always been there, right? And she used to turn it off. Know how the bit where he's running over the hills and it's like, Wallace killed 100 men as if they were one and all this, right?
Yeah.
Then she would turn it off at that bit and be like, yep, and William Wallace saved Scotland and lived happily ever after and ran away with the princess at the end. So I was sitting there for years being like, fucking class, amazing, what a guy. And then one of the times we watched it, she fell asleep and I watched him get captured and I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I watched her come in. That's another reason how I didn't know that every man dies, no man ever really lives, because she used to turn it off before it got to that fucking bit. Do you know what I mean? So then I'm sitting there, he goes into jail and I'm like, is this the director's cut? What's happening here? And then I watched the entire torture scene while she's sleeping. I'm like, what the fuck's going on with William Wallace? Like, I was shocked. I'm not joking. I don't think I actually saw the ending until I was about 12 and I was fucking horrified.
Fucking English caught him in the end.
Oh, but see that bit, but when they're like, oh, kiss the rose and say mercy. And he's like, freedom! You're like, fucking yes, Wallace, fucking yes. That's like the 20th time I cried during this film.
Yeah, he's like the OG martyr for Scotland, isn't he?
That's the thing, but you need to sit through the grim torture to get to the Robert the Bruce bit of, you bled with Wallace, they bleed with me. Then you get they fought like warrior poets, they fought like Scotsmen and won their freedom. You're like, yes, they fucking did.
I just one thing, see when the torture scene, that this is one issue I've got with it, is that this is where a lot of the American stuff comes in, is that, oh, look at this man, he's suffering.
Yeah,
he's such
they love a martyr. Yeah, they fucking
like,
love it.
A lot of American stuff like that is that, oh, look what we have done for our country. And
it's not even just Americans though. I mean, it is Americans, but what I mean is like, it's just Mel Gibson in general.
Yeah.
Like, again, I have never seen Passion of the Christ. I will never watch Passion of the Christ. But apparently the crucifixion bit is basically 45 minutes long.
Yeah.
Like, the whole torture of Christ. And I'm like, I'm not watching that. Like, I just don't know. I'm not into that.
I think it's just, like, American productions and that like, do that. I don't think, if it was a totally British thing, I don't see us being like this whole suffering thing as much.
I think, I don't think the torture thing would be as, like, drawn out. Do you know what I mean? Or I think it would be a lot of, like, hear, don't see kind of thing.
Yeah. Like, I think Mel Gibson generally thought, like, he obviously blows smoke up his own arse at any opportunity.
The biggest martyr complex.
Like,
all you need to do is look through Mel Gibson's filmography and be like, God, this guy really is, like...
Like, he really thinks he's William Wallace.
Yeah. And he is in this house, okay? It's the only thing he gets a fucking break on. Yeah. This and Ransom. Give me back my son.
It's like this one man suffering alone, doing it for his country and that, and is it, can we go back to America? He's pissed.
He's Australian.
He's fucking more American and Australian now.
That's fair.
That disappeared with Lethal Weapon, the Australian.
He's not been Australian since Mad Max.
If he just done Mad Max, fair enough. Then again, like a lone warrior and Mad Max, that he's played the same thing in everything he's done.
100%.
He's got away with it.
100%. Listen, we like to see Mel Gibson do what he does. Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Well, not anymore, but we used to.
You're good at one hand, keep doing it, I suppose.
100%. So that has been our thoughts and opinions on Braveheart. Honestly, I could have said so much more. I could have quoted so much more, but I think I've been reasonably fucking restrained.
Oh no, you have.
Thanks, Dol. Thanks.
I'll give you that one.
There's outing myself on the internet, and then there's being absolutely feral on the internet, and I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Not ready for the haters. Right, what's your let's go moment?
It's as soon as the music starts.
Yeah.
The music's the best part about this for me. Like, the music's just amazing, and it has been copied so many times.
100%.
It's unreal, but I don't blame them. Blame people for copying this.
Totally. It's like the second you hear the do-do-do, it's like you feel it in your heart, do you know what I mean? But maybe that's just a Scottish thing, but like, no, I'm totally with you.
What about yourself?
I find it really hard to pick, Ross. I'm not being funny.
Fair enough.
Lot of my let's go moments were pure stupid bits, like when Brian Cox runs up and goes, I'm your uncle, Argyle. Like, do you know what I mean? Shite like that, like outlawed tunes on outlawed pipes. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, all of the stupid bits, but if I can't pick the whole movie, it's got to be the speech, isn't it? It's got to be. Or even, like, I'm not joking, like, see, even when all the clans come down and he's like, are you ready for a war? I'm like, fucking yes, but I suppose that's right before the speech. Yeah. Or the bit that I thought was the end of the movie for most of my childhood, where it's that William Wallace killed 100 men as if they were one. Should we put ourselves in the David Boreanaz School of Accents?
Fuck, we're no far off it.
What's your favourite scene?
Mine's is when they all show their arse to the English.
Yes,
The English in this movie, they get the respect they deserve when that happens.
Absolutely. That's so funny because that's so close to my favourite scene. So mine was either the rock fight with William and Hamish, just the Scottish wedding at the start.
Yeah.
Shout out to the cameo for your man for Taggart.
Oh, aye.
But then I also just had any scene with Hamish, see where they've got the blue paint and it's like, well, we didn't get dressed up for nothing. Like, I'm going to pick a fight. Like, before we let you leave. Right, stop it.
Right, useless information. I imagine you've got loads here.
I've got a fair bit.
No, fair enough.
Right. So Mel Gibson originally turned down the role because he thought he was too old. He was 38 and Wallace died when he was 35. And he wanted to focus more on the directing side, but Paramount would only finance the film if Mel Gibson starred, so he had to take the role.
It was Paramount's fault then?
Wait till I tell you who the fuck was almost William Wallace and you'll be grateful it was Mel Gibson.
Fuck, here we go.
Up to 1,600 extras were used in the battle scenes, including the Reserve Irish Army. Different companies within the army were used, and the battle scenes were often more realistic than anticipated, as rival companies would use this as an excuse to batter the shite out of each other.
You know what? Was that no Highlander or not?
Highlander as well. They got the people for the different clans. Yeah.
They just do that air their grievances, like, oh, see when Braveheart's here, you're getting a fucking pasting.
100%, 100%. When this movie debuted, many Scots were offended by the portrayal of Robert the Bruce, as he is seen as a national hero. Well, yeah.
See, the thing is,
maybe that's why they made Robert the Bruce, to like give him his like redemption arc. But also, I don't understand why people go into movies like these and expect it to be like 100% accurate. Do you know what I mean? And it's a flex these days. What was that war film? Was it 1918 or something?
Yeah.
Where they shot it all in one shot, and obviously your man Robert Eggers, he makes a career of making things as fucking time accurate as possible. But I don't go into a film that says it's historical and be like, that actually happened. It's like going into any movie that says based on a true story and thinking that all of that happened exactly the way it did. So I understand being annoyed that Robert the Bruce was portrayed as a spineless prick, but go back to your history books, man, and be like, no, he wasn't. He was actually a really good guy. Like, do you know what I mean?
That's the thing. I mean, William Wallace and Robert the Bruce are the two main people in this.
Yeah.
Like, they're the main story. You can't fit both those, like, they have to merge them in somehow.
100%.
And as I said, this is Americanized to make a movie. Like, you can't do it period accurate, like everything down to the letter.
The kilts aren't period, like kilts.
There's a lot of stuff. I've got stuff.
Oh, right, starting to leave that.
But there's not a lot of accuracy in it, and it wasn't made to be accurate. It's a movie about William Wallace, but not exactly bang on everything he done.
And I have no problem with things being fictionalized. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't see if I want to watch something that's like time accurate or like fully like a representation of the time, I'll watch a fucking documentary or I'll read a book. I am not going to the cinema to be like, that actually happened. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, first of all, there's no way we can actually know what really happened.
There's a horrible history song about William Wallace that tells you exactly what happened.
But you know what I mean? Is it
William Wallace, Scottish legend? Sorry, carry on.
Is it like there's going to be stuff that they can't do and stuff like people don't know what's happened, but this was just to get people to go to the cinema. Like, that's it. They weren't looking for the most realistic stuff. It can't happen.
No, absolutely not.
Like, if you're going to do that, you're not getting Mel Gibson to direct and star in it then because he's Australian.
Yeah.
Why were people not up in arms about that? There could have been Scottish people doing this, but they weren't.
When I tell you who was almost William Wallace, there is not one Scottish person in the lineup. But also, like, apparently William Wallace's wife was called Marion, but they changed it for the film to be Murrin because one, Murrin's more of a Scottish name, and two, they didn't want it to be confused with Robin Hood.
Robin Hood, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So stuff like that, and also like I understand things being changed for cinema. It used to really annoy me when I was younger of like book adaptations and stuff not being like up to it. Do you know what I mean? Like, see the Jim Carrey series of unfortunate events.
Yeah.
That movie pissed me off because I loved those books when I was younger, and I remember Lee taking me to the cinema to see it, and I left and I was so angry because I was like, they missed out this and they missed out this and they missed out this, and Lee was like, yeah, because they had to keep it to 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's the same way. Like, you say book adaptations. Is that there's some stuff that's in the books that will not portray well on cinema.
There's a reason one pivotal scene in Stephen King's It has never been in any of the adaptations, like, and will never be. Do you know what I mean?
There's stuff that you just... I mean, what is that? They made a movie recently. Is it not... It's not The World of Tomorrow, was it? It was a sci-fi book, but it's been deemed for years that it's impossible to make a good movie adaptation.
The one that Oprah's in it about the time.
Oh, a thingy in time or so, whatever it is. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But that, like,
they said it was like unmakeable. Yeah.
And there's another book, but I'm not going to go stay too long on this. But they're just saying, like, the way it's written is that you cannot do it. Is it so? You need to give movies like a bit of creative, like, license to do what they need to do to make a coherent film. And by making Robert the Bruce like this, it's not offending anybody. It's a character in a movie, so just let them have it.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, sorry, I'll jump back in.
Yeah, so that was a long tangent just for saying that people aren't unhappy about a portrayal. I thought Angus McFadyen was great in this. He's a dick.
I hate him because of this film.
Aye, it's amazing.
Many major battle scenes had to be refilmed as extras were seen wearing trainers, wristwatches and sunglasses. Some are still in the final product. which my Uncle Stuart used to point out to me all the time. He was like, look at his Reeboks. Like, there is also a transit van scene briefly driving past the scene where Stephen is introduced.
Oh, yeah, that's the famous one, isn't it?
Yeah. My Uncle Stuart's full of all this stuff, man. He
Yeah.
pure knows all this random, like, oh, see that guy in the back? He's got a Rolex on, know that.
Yeah. I wonder if it's been edited out now. See, because you see what when they go back in a lot of movies and edit stuff like that.
Yeah. We'll find like a pure old VHS.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Originally, at the Battle of Falkirk, the Irish were supposed to continue fighting for the English, but the Irish extras refused to fight the Scottish extras,
Nice.
so
Good.
they changed it purely because the extras were like, we're not doing it.
Fantastic.
I
man.
love that.
It's funny just how, I mean, we all been very anti-English in
Yeah.
this one, but it's just great how that everybody hates them.
100%.
Like, it's unreal.
It's that Kevin Bridges joke, into it, where it's that like ABE, anyone but
Yeah.
England, and it's like, so you actively support the opposing team to England? Aye.
Of course you do.
You colonising bastards. During the execution scene, the props crew hadn't loosened the noose properly, so Mel Gibson was actually hanged and
Ooh.
passed out, and he had to be cut down.
Fuck's
He
sake.
said he passed out and he woke up 10 minutes later surrounded by all these people, and he was like, what happened?
Fucking hell.
Pure mad.
Oh, somebody got sacked for that.
100%.
Nearly killed him.
Nearly killed Mel Gibson.
Aye.
During the speech, and I have the speech in capitals, the horse was originally supposed to stand still while Mel delivered the glorious lines, but every time Mel would shout, the horse would get spooked and start running up and down, so Mel just had to run with it and just fucking ran the thing up and down.
Fuck's sake.
The chant of Alba Gabra was improvised by the Scottish extras. Mel Gibson turned around and was like, what the fuck are they shouting? Like,
That's pretty cool.
aye.
That's amazing.
I love that the extras basically ran the battle scenes like, we're no fucking fighting them.
Yeah.
Alba Gabra, you
That's
bastards.
class. That's class.
Right, so here's the bit that you like,
Yeah.
everyone who was almost in it, right?
All right.
So Brian Cox was originally offered the role of Hamish's father, James Cosmo's
Yeah.
part, but felt that Uncle Argyle was a more impactful role. Which is true, because he comes in and goes, William, I'm your uncle, Argyle.
Well, it's not that. It's the fact he's in it for 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
5 minutes, hefty paycheck.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Now listen to this. This one nearly got me, Ross, right?
Is Gerard Butler up for it?
No,
thank fuck.
no, that's the thing. See if they ever fucking remake this, you know Gerard Butler's going to be William Wallace. You fucking know that's going to happen.
No.
Sons of Scotland, I'm William Wallace. Fuck up. No.
I can fuck off.
Gerard Butler's having nothing to do with this film. Anyway, Sean Connery was offered the role of Longshanks and turned it down because he was filming Just Cause. Could you imagine if Sean Connery was Longshanks?
Sean Connery be that stupid?
There would be a fucking uproar if Sean Connery was Longshanks.
I would say, I mean, he always have it about his Scottish identity and that. I mean, he did fuck off to Spain not to pay tax here, but that's not the point, but you'd have been mental to take it.
No, absolutely not.
It'd have been
Absolutely
a
not.
betrayal.
100%. Aye, Sean Connery would be in the bad books pronto.
Aye.
So, Jason Patrick of Lost Boys fame was cast as William Wallace before Paramount said they wouldn't finance it without Gibson. I'm not having that.
No, that would have been terrible. I mean, that just shows you that they were, like, people complain, they weren't going for accuracy because you're not getting him as William Wallace. Like, that's not going to happen.
I just don't... I don't know, right? I'm not super in the know about Jason Patrick's fucking career, right? I've seen Speed 2 and I've seen The Lost Boys and that's about it. But
He's made shite.
Yeah.
Like, the only thing looking at his filmography that I was like, cool, is Terrifier 3. And I don't even remember him
oh
in
my
that.
god, was he in Terrifier
Yeah.
3? I didn't know that.
Don't know who he was in it because he's... I feel like I'm going hard on Jason Patrick here. I'm sorry, but you're not William Wallace.
Yeah, you absolutely are not. Oh, Jason Patrick's her dad. No, the bit at the very start where she goes into the room and it's her dad showing her his drawings and all that.
Oh, okay.
That's Jason Patrick in Terrifier 3. Oh, fuck Jason Patrick anyway, right?
Aye, fuck him.
Wait till I tell you who were all up for the role of Wallace, right?
Oh, God.
Liam Neeson, which it was alright for him, he went and done Rob Roy, do you know what I mean? Christophe Lambert.
Oh, no
Yes!
way. That'd have been fantastic.
Sons of Scotland. Brad Pitt, Daniel Day-Lewis, and Jeff Bridges were all up for the role of Wallace. I could not I could not imagine Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt is notoriously terrible at accents.
Yeah, oh, he's not good.
What was that film thingy to Tibet?
7 Days in Tibet.
That was it. And his accent's shocking.
Oh, you want a better one than that? Meet Joe Black.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah!
Jamaican in parts
yeah!
here. What's that all about?
That is bad. That is bad. I think if Daniel Day... I know, listen. Daniel Day-Lewis could have done it, hands down.
100%.
But I think if Daniel Day-Lewis had done it, it would have been a more serious take, if you know what I mean. Not that this movie's not serious, but you know what I mean. There's like, Mel Gibson's always got this kind of twinkle in his eye, as if like, you're in on the joke with him, you know what I mean? Like, there's always a like, aye, moan then. Like, Mel Gibson's got the Wido part down.
Yeah.
I feel like if Daniel Day-Lewis would do it, that cunt would go up to the Highlands and like, be like, just run up and down.
Oh, see, I like he would have been amazing at it. Like,
you know how I feel about Daniel Day-Lewis, but
yeah, you hate good actors, I know.
no, it's not that. It's get your own heat out your arse. Do you know what I mean? I get it, Daniel Day-Lewis. I get it. You are incredible. You are fabulous. You are method. Blah blah blah. I just find him such a tough hang. Like, I just don't enjoy watching movies that he's in because I feel like I'm watching him like rip himself apart and not in a good way. Do you know what I mean? Like, now when you watch other amazing actors and you're like, what a fucking performance. I find Daniel Day-Lewis' performances painful. And maybe that's the point, you know? But even in fucking Gangs of New York, I was like, oh man, no.
I mean, you say that, tearing himself apart. I'm pretty sure when he looks at his Oscars and his big bank account, he's like, oh, this is fucking class. I mean, he chucked acting for how many years until he's back with his boys?
Yeah, his son's directing a movie. What's it called?
Anemone or something? I don't know how to...
Yeah, Anemone?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen Bean.
Him and Sean Bean are going to be in his son's directorial debut, which, I'm sorry, this is a Spielberg handing in Schindler's List for his fucking doctorate. If your dad is Daniel Day-Lewis, of course you're going to get your dad in your movie.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? It's not as if he's putting in a doctorate and getting $100 million movie, is it?
It's going to basically be the same thing. Everybody's going to go and see this movie purely because
Just
Daniel
because he's
Day-Lewis is out of retirement.
Aye.
So really, he's conned the system here.
Oh, fair enough.
That movie looks like a tough hang, but see, out of nosiness, I'll probably watch it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't think it'd have been received well if he'd done it. I don't think it'd have attracted the audience, like the Americans and that. Like, you needed Mel Gibson as a star name. 'Cause
Yeah.
obviously, the other actors in it are big names, but I don't think at the time they all had the reach that Big Gibson did.
I also just think, like, I couldn't imagine. I mean, obviously, Liam Neeson goes on to play Rob Roy later on. Rob Roy's not great.
Oh,
It's
Rob
all
Roy's
right.
pish.
It's
Tim
all
Roth's
right.
the best part about it.
Oh, aye, 100%. But, like, I couldn't. Christophe Lambert, he's already done Highlander. Like, we don't need a Frenchman to be a Scotsman. Do you know what I mean?
No, we do. We really do. That'd have been fantastic.
We don't need to do it again.
Sounds of Scotland.
I'll bloody well look at her here.
Aye.
Jodie Foster lost out on the role of Murren. Meg Ryan was also up for the role.
Well, they're basically just going to have all Americans.
Basically, see when I was looking up who was almost in the film, I was like, Jodie Foster was going to be Murren. Now, Jodie Foster's another one, great actress, right? Bit too overqualified for the role of Murren. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think the
At
last
the time?
Aye, well, Silence of the Lambs came out in 1991. She's also already had Taxi Driver under her belt. Contact wasn't out yet, though. Contact. But, like, and also she did, like, the original Freaky Friday and stuff like that, but Nell had literally come out the year before. Are you telling me you want Nell to play Murren? No.
What's Nell?
Like, Nell came out the year before and everybody hates Nell. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, right, okay.
I do think, though, Jodie, like, for Murren's 20 minutes on screen, she just kind of has to be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, do you know what I mean?
Nah, I mean, the way it sounds just an all-American cast, and that's just bullshit.
And I think Meg Ryan's a bit too, I don't know, I couldn't imagine it being Meg Ryan.
No.
I think she's a bit too bouncy for it, you know, like.
Yeah, no,
I mean this from an absolute place of love to the lassie who plays Murren, but she's understated enough. Like, there's not a lot needed from her, but she pulls it off well. Like, that's not a role for overacting or anything like that. You just do your bit, start the revolution. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, that's the thing. That and also it's a lower paycheck.
Yeah, that's true.
So, would you pay Meg Ryan and Jodie Foster because they want money.
Oh, aye, 100%.
And this, I can't remember her name. I'm sorry, but is it? She's a lesser actor.
Yeah,
not lesser actor. So she's a lesser known actor, I should say.
Absolutely, absolutely. Right, here's the last one for you. I was shooketh when I found this out. Mel Gibson turned down the role of James Bond in GoldenEye because he was committed to making this movie. Mel Gibson as James Bond.
Wow.
So, listen, there's a sliding doors moment where Pierce Brosnan's Braveheart and Mel Gibson's James Bond. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, an Australian/American Bond.
I know.
Wow, that's a shout.
I know.
I mean, they already tried that shit with Mission Impossible. It's no work, in my opinion.
Well, no, Ross, we hate Mission Impossible. The masses love it.
Oh, there's
a
though.
reason there's about 9 Mission Impossible
they're
movies.
shite.
No, they are shite. I can't be arsed.
Do you know
I don't understand the point of a Mission Impossible movie because Tom Cruise is never going to get battered.
Yeah, he'll never lose.
Like, we watched him batter Henry Cavill and I was like, when and where?
Yeah. Do you know who'd have been good in this? Dougray Scott.
Fuck off. Get the bastard.
Aye.
I'm surprised Dougray Scott's not in this. Even a wee cameo.
Aye. Get the bastard in English.
I wonder what Gerard Butler was up to in 1995.
Fucking hanging about Paisley.
Aye. No, in this fucking movie anyway.
Aye, fuck off.
So that's my useless information. I hope you've all been educated. Right. Next one's A. And I only have one, right?
Right.
Is it ever actually confirmed that Robert the Bruce's dad has leprosy in this film? Because I just remember my nanny telling me he had leprosy and explaining to me what leprosy was.
I don't know. I don't know what the history of it.
Because he just gets, like, rotted. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I remember the way my nanny explains it to me is, yes, well, it's a disease where just bits of you start flying off. And I kept waiting for, like, things to fall off the dad's face.
Aye.
Right, sorry. I'm not going to be happy about this part with you, Ross, but I'm going to do my best to be a respectful wife and not tell you to shut the fuck up, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to do my very best.
I mean, mine's aren't too bad. It's just a lot of I've got some of the stuff like the inaccuracies that people are unhappy with.
All right, Drew.
So obviously, Battle of Stirling Bridge. There's no bridge. I mean, can't have the Battle of Stirling Bridge without a bridge, right? But that's
why it's just called the Battle of Stirling, right?
Right. Then William Wallace's background, again, it's all not made up, you know what I mean? Like, it's been very, like, hammered in this movie to fit the story.
Yeah.
He wasn't a poor farmer for the Highlands.
Mm-hmm.
He was actually from lower nobility.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand. They can't really show that in the movie because maybe the nobleman would have sided with him then.
Yeah.
The other one is the kilts and all that. Like, they didn't wear kilts.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have wore kilts going into war. Like, I think that was in the 17th century, apparently, some historians.
Aye. Why then?
But that's the only real things. I mean, you can go in, that wouldn't have happened here and here. Who cares? It's a movie, right? You don't great about Lord of the Rings and that, just let it go.
Yeah, but Lord of the Rings is actually fantasy. This movie's based on
No, but you
real
still
person.
get people like, how could they get this if this didn't happen?
I know what you mean. Oh, yeah, like in the books, it's like, that didn't happen for another 20 years. Shut the fuck up.
Fuck off, gaze piece.
Yeah.
My only other thing is, we were talking about Mel Gibson earlier and makes the same movies. The Patriot's the fucking American version of this. Everything happens the exact same.
Oh my God, you're right. God, he loves parting the English, doesn't he? Because I know I've not seen The Patriot for ages, but it's like, like he's got his family, the English kill a member of his family, and then he starts a revolution to throw over. Yeah, God, this is why I love The Patriot. The Patriot's basically Braveheart light.
Yeah, basically The Patriot is, I think he was an ex-soldier.
Yep.
He doesn't want to fight anymore.
Yep.
He wants to look after his family.
Yep. And he's 7 waves.
Aye. English, Jason Isaacs. English bastard.
Jason Isaacs is a bad bastard in that movie.
Yeah,
He's such a good bad guy in that film.
Kills his family.
Sweet Thomas.
Yep. Then he goes to fight again. That is it. Not verbatim, but that's basically the same plot as this.
And there's like clips in the Patriot where like when he's growing his militia, they're all coming in.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This
explains why I love the Patriot.
Aye. That makes more sense as like, America, fucking brilliant. Like, we do everything ourselves. Makes sense with the Patriot. Doesn't make sense in Braveheart right enough. I think we have more like disenchantment with this shit than what because the Americans love it. They eat it up.
Yeah.
Whereas we're like, get yourself to fuck.
Aye.
But
That's so mad. I honestly thought you would have more A's because you don't like this movie so much.
nah, as I say, like, I can accept that this movie's not historically accurate. I can accept the American audience. I don't like it for it, but I can understand why they done it. I mean, even you saying about the casting that this wasn't made to be, let's make Scotland like proud and all that. This is made to for Americans to go watch what they think their version of Scotland is.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
Do you know what I left out of useless information? This movie had like 11 Oscar nominations and won 5.
Yeah. Oh, this was a very big deal. Very critically acclaimed.
Because it's class.
Well, if you say so.
Honestly, though, I'm super surprised. I thought you were going to have about 1 million A's.
Nah, no. Well, say, technically, not this movie sound like we all know what the acting's all about and all that. You can't really fault that. It's what they were after.
So the next time I say, let's put Braveheart on,
No.
and you go, oh my God, Laurie, no.
No, I'm not sitting for 3 years again and doing it.
It's like a once a year treat for me.
Oh, you're a fucking lag. You want it on every other time.
That is true. That's why I got Ainsley's to put it on. Right. For the David Boreanaz School of Accents, how long have you got?
I mean, I've just got, there's a few in it, but it's a case of how hammy do you want it.
Yeah, 100%. My first one is William's dad at the start of the movie. I know you want to fight.
Aye.
Terrible. Fucking
Yeah.
terrible.
I mean, it's got to be Angus McFadyen, isn't it?
No, 100%. 100% it's Angus McFadyen. But we need the numbers.
There's a few close seconds, but Angus McFadyen's got to take it.
Listen, sometimes it's occasionally Mel Gibson as well. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, Angus McFadyen claims he's for Glasgow. Come on, that's a disgrace.
I want to see that birth certificate.
Aye.
No, I'll give you Angus McFadyen. There are a good few Scottish people doing terrible Scottish impersonations.
100%.
But listen, we go with it.
Oh, yeah.
Who's your best kill, worst kill?
The best one, just for the pure cinema, has got to be William Wallace's, like, death.
See, that's my worst death because I'm always heavy sad when it happens.
I'll give you that one as the worst, but I'll make my best one then. Is see when he breaks into the nobleman's house who betrayed him with the
Marie.
flail and absolutely battered his melting.
Yeah.
I'll give you, that's my best one.
I'm not being funny. I also have that as well. I have best kill, Marie and Lachlan, dirty, traitorous, English-loving bastards.
And do you know what? I'm even going to say it's no for that kill. It's for the bit when he jumps out the water with the horse.
And the horse just flies.
Yes, it's this wee toy horse. He goes, ooh. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, I love that we've basically got the same one because I had William Wallace for my worst kill just for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Although that wee stretch looks lovely. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I would sort your spine out.
100%. Who is your worst guy whose hairline receding?
The English.
Yeah, just in general.
Yeah.
Just the English.
Oh, the English.
I was going to say Longshanks, but I think Robert the Bruce is a nominee here also. I mean, we've already went into why he's a spineless, fence-sitting arsehole, but it's when he betrays Wallace at the Battle of Falkirk, man, that pure kills me every time.
Oh, aye, bastard.
Goes and fights with the bastard English. Aye, cool. Basically,
Yeah.
the English and Robert the Bruce.
No, fair enough.
Have you got anybody who's in a different movie?
Sophie Marceau, she's totally different from everybody else in this.
Yeah, do you know what? I originally had nobody because everybody's at a 12, but I'll give you that.
Like, her character's pointless in this.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I understand they were fighting the French and that as well, but we don't need to know that in this movie.
Yeah. I agree. I just think her bit, I never even liked her bit when I was a kid. Do you know what I mean? I never wanted the romancy bits. I was just like, I mean, fight English. But, I'll give you that. You could save, 45 minutes in this film
100%.
and cut her out of it. And sorry, Sophie Marceau, but you were great in James Bond. What was it, The World Is Not Enough?
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
Yeah. I heard Garbage done the song, or Shirley Manson done it. Do you have an I'm out?
I mean,
Ross, careful. We're marriages lasted
I'm
this
just
whole podcast.
it's 3 years of Mel Gibson. Make your own mind up.
Get bugged.
At any point you have enough of him, just
Get
turn it off.
bugged. No, I am never out of this film. And when the film finishes, I'll turn it on again.
I know you will. That's a problem.
Freedom, you bastard.
Freedom!
Well, guys, we did it. He's actually let me speak about Braveheart for a long period of time. Ross, have you survived? Are you feeling all right?
I'm feeling good, aye.
When can we watch Braveheart again?
Never.
I'm actually the happiest toaster, guys. And I'm honestly, I think I've been quite restrained. I think I could have went 40 times worse.
Oh, fuck yeah, you could have.
So we'll move on to our 0 out of 10 movie of the week. Troops. It's not as bad as Ice Cube's War of the Worlds, but it's pretty fucking bad. We watched the I Know What You Did Last Summer remake, and holy fuck.
Oh, it's not good at all.
Oh, it's awful. Ross, I'll let you carry this one away.
Right, so for anybody that doesn't know, I Know What You Did Last Summer, the 3 movies, well, there's 4 movies now. The third one is a weird sci-fi channel bad boy. But drunken teenagers accidentally kill someone and hide it. That's the whole plot for all 3 of them.
And then a year later, they get a note that says, I know what you did last summer, and then...
Yeah, this is...
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for? Yeah.
So this has always, in my opinion, been like hanging on the coattails Under the Shadow of Scream.
Absolutely.
Now, Scream came out in 96?
Yeah, and this came out in 97.
97, aye. But even though, only a year apart and that, they'll probably be made at the same time, right? I don't imagine they just rushed into filming. I don't know. I've not actually looked that much up. This is just my opinion, guys, right? It's not fact. But even with, this sequel, and it's that, obviously, Scream has had success with doing the requels and I think into I'd say Gen Z, to a modern audience.
The first new Scream, so what's that, Scream 5 or Scream 6? No, Scream 5. Scream 5 with Jen Ortega and Jack Quaid. That was really, really good because that mixed in, obviously, the core cast, the new cast, did the whole meta thing of when it's a requel we can do this and blah blah blah, and did the Scream thing of explaining how movies work basically.
The Scream's always been more clever.
Absolutely.
And it's always been more, it knows what it is, even with these the requels and that, whereas and the new I Know What You Did Last Summer, they wanted to do all that, but they wanted to make it serious. More serious. They didn't want to be as in on the joke.
Yeah, they brought back the 2 legacy characters that they had left and then just shat upon the entire legacy with them.
They just made the exact same movie, and yes, they gave you the little wink and a nod to the previous movies, but these movies aren't strong enough to do that.
Nah, I agree. See, to be honest, I didn't watch the original I Know What You Did Last Summer until years later. I watched Scream first, and I don't think I watched I Know What You Did Last Summer until we started going out. I knew the Jennifer Love Hewitt, what are you waiting for? But to be honest, I knew that from Scary Movie. Do you know what I mean? Obviously the point of, not the point of Scary Movie, but Scary Movie is basically supposed to be a Scream ripoff, and yet it takes the piss more out of I Know What You Did Last Summer. The bit in the original with Ryan Felipe, and there's the Polaroid in the locker, same kind of thing in Scary Movie. So when I watched it, I was like, oh, is this what everybody's going off the nut about? But then I get it, you've got young hot Ryan Felipe, young hot Freddie Prinze Jr., Buffy, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Jennifer Love Hewitt. You've got the young hot teens the same way Scream did, and all this and they were all obviously huge at the time, but I'm with you in that Scream's just much better.
Yeah.
But I did think this movie just again, for someone who's not a huge fan of I Know What You Did Last Summer, I was even pissed off with the fact that this movie shat upon the legacy. There's a part where Jennifer Love Hewitt is confronting the bad guy, and I'm not going to tell you who the bad guy is because I won't spoil it for you. And she turns around and she goes, what are you waiting for, huh? And I was like, are you fucking joking? Is this what we're doing right now? Is this what's happening? Yeah,
it's just, it just feels like a cheap cash ploy.
I agree, and it was so... It's that thing that they're doing now that pisses me off, is where they're trying to, Gen Z, the language and everything, and it's oh, this is actually my safe space. I don't know anyone who actually fucking talks like that. No. And that's what pissed me off about the Freaky Friday remake, is because they would be sitting there and they'd be like, I know I said this was your safe space, but blah blah blah, and it's nobody actually talks like that. See all these new films that are coming out, really trying to Gen Z, Gen Alpha, their language and stuff. I don't know anybody who talks like that. And the Gen Z that I do know think you're a fucking ready.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, this is the thing. It's like when this movie was on, and it was at what was it? I can't remember the line now, but it was like, "Oh, this is lit and fire, bro." And that one of the dudes in it's in his 30s. He's the same age as us, in his 30s.
Yeah.
Is it, that is not like the script writers and that. It feels like in this movie, is it? They don't understand like how people speak.
No.
It's either that or it's like AI slop. That's the only things I can think of.
This movie did give severe AI screenplay, man. And like, even like when the legacy characters came in, I was just like, oh, okay. And then there is a mid-credit scene to a legacy character from the second one. And I was just like,
you just don't care.
Nah. And this movie is heavily set up for a sequel. And I don't think I can do it. I really, really don't. Like, I didn't think the kids in this one were likable. Like, and I don't know, maybe I went into Scream 6 more buzzing because I actually give a fuck about Scream, whereas I don't give a fuck about I Know What You Did Last Summer. So I walked in and I was like, cool, like, great.
It shows you the difference, though, is that when Scream 5, yeah?
I think it's
was
5.
the equal, like, whatever one, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Obviously, it has a more iconic original cast.
Yeah. Yeah, they got most of them back.
You can get Jenna Ortega, who at the time was like she was still a big deal.
She was up and coming into a big deal.
Like she's been shot into the moon now, like recently, and like the actors now they were just a higher caliber.
Jack Quaid, Mikey Madsen started in this, now
Oscar
winner.
Yeah.
Melissa Barrera, who was Sam, like she's been coming up and up, and obviously she'd just been in like In the Heights and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, Dylan Minnette, who had just came off of 13 Reasons Why, which shite but huge. Do you know what I mean? It was massive at the time. And then obviously you had your core, like you had Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, Skeet Ulrich was in it as well, David Arquette in it as well. Kyle Gallner even showed up, and he's like the Scream boy. Do you know what I mean? Like he's if he's in a horror movie, you know it's going to be good.
100%.
And I feel like obviously I understand they can only have the 2 legacy characters back, one of them in a dream sequence, which, to be honest, I'm just being biased because it's Sarah Michelle Gellar, but that was the best bit for me. But
there's too much AI face, like weird face things going on.
They're doing that a lot now. I noticed
like
that.
The de-aging was pretty off, but I mean, I get it. You have to, you can't show her getting older because spoiler, if you've not seen the she dies.
Yeah,
like,
in the original.
Yeah, it was nearly 30 years ago, so you need to kind of like accept it. But even then, one of my concerns is, and I think I had the same as well. We want to go see that movie. Is it him? It's called. Yeah,
the one that everybody thinks is directed by Jordan Peele, but he just like produced it.
But,
yeah.
The main guy in that, I believe, is in this, and I'm hoping this is like a David Corenswet situation where we didn't like him in Twisters, but he puts in a performance in Superman.
Yes.
That this guy's going to go and do this. But I just feel that this, like I've said, like everything that these movies, it's just under par.
No, I agree.
And another thing is, they put Jennifer Love Hewitt in everything for this. She's not in it.
Yeah, she's in it. Honestly, out of an hour and a half, her screen time's 15 minutes tops.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
The one thing I'll give her credit for, she seems better at acting. Now, that sounds terrible. But
no, but it's true.
Like,
it's true.
She's just better than what she was.
Yeah, like, she seems a bit more like here in this one, whereas when she was young and in her prime, it was very like, what?
Yeah, it's like she seems to have got her shit together.
Freddie Prinze Jr.'s got worse, and I don't know if that's because he's taking a step back. He does more like the writing and all this kind of stuff. I think he does stuff with WWE.
Yeah, I think he's just got acting lessons with some of the wrestlers.
He does WWE, and I know he does stuff with Star Wars and all that, but he's more like voiceovers and writing and stuff now. So he's obviously just came out his cupboard to come and be in this. But he was awful in this film, man. I was like, Freddie, I remember you being alright back in the day.
And the problem is I guessed it.
Oh, immediately? Yeah. Oh, you guessed it from like 15 minutes in. You're getting good at this part.
Yeah, I mean, it's the part where, what's her name? Gabrielle? Yeah, Gabrielle.
Call me Gabrielle, you're so inspired.
So, like, the whole bit in it, like, that's where I sussed out. Like, she gives the whole game away. like,
100%.
right straight away. And I said it to you, that it can only be X, Y, and Z because she's done this. I was like, cool.
And I was arguing with you because I was like, surely not. That is so fucking obvious. It's going to be smarter than that. No. Like,
I know what he did, Lisa, was never smart.
No.
It's not, that's not what it's for.
no. I think I wanted more from it than what it actually was. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But that's for 0 out of 10 this week. Don't bother. Do you know what I mean?
I just pie up the shit.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming to this episode. Next week is spooky season, and for the whole month of October, we are going to have an episode a week. We are taking full advantage of the Halloween spooky season. So, but we've already got everything planned. Yous have got some fucking belters coming for you.
So name our shite or polls.
Aye, no. Yous aren't voting on a fucking thing in October.
Right.
We've already got this planned out. We've been pre-recording and everything, right?
Aye.
Sit down. Yous will get what yous are given, right?
I accept it.
Yous will have an episode a week in October, and then November we'll go back to one every 2 weeks. And then we're humming and hawing about doing one every week in December to try and get a couple of Christmas movies out. But we'll see how we go, right?
This is getting into the game mode for us because we have all this, then it's Oscars again.
Ross, we're still on the fence of whether we're doing Oscars. I can't sit through another Zone of Interest.
Well, you're going to have to. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah, and I'm still scarred from
that
it.
bad last year?
I'm still scarred from it. No, to be fair, last year's Oscars was good. We had Anora. The only thing we hated was Emilia Perez.
Yeah.
That was the worst one. But yeah, basically, this is like, we now, from October to about March, we need to have game faces on. Like, so if by about February we sound a bit tired, like,
yeah,
it's because we're tired.
Aye.
Right, guys, we'll see you in October for spooky season, and thank you for making a Scottish toaster very happy. Bye!
Bye!
Sons of Scotland, I am William Wallace. William Wallace is 7 feet tall. Aye, I've heard. Kills men by the hundreds. And if he were here, he'd consume the English with fireballs from his eyes and bolts of lightning from his arse. I am William Wallace, and I see a whole army of my countrymen here in defiance of tyranny. You have come to fight as free men, and free men you are. What will you do without freedom? Will you fight? Against that? No. We will run, and we will live. Aye. Fight and you may die. Run, and you'll live, at least a while. And dying in your beds many years from now. Would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom?
Yes! Come on!
I love this so much.